So okay guys, in this video we'll be doing the upload vulnerabilities room from TryHackMe, and the IP address is 10.10.52.148. So copy this IP address and we will have some various subdomains for the domain upload_once.thm. So you need to paste this entire line in HC host. So just copy this one, copy this entire line. And in your Kali Linux, you can just paste like this. Now save this. So after saving that, you can copy this IP address and you can go to the IP address and you can see 503 service temporary unavailable. So let's go to this override.upload_once.thm to make sure we have connected successfully. And you can see the web page has been loaded successfully. That means we have connected successfully. Okay, now what we are going to do is, there is a upload functionality in that web server and it is not protected by anything. So first task is overwriting the existing files. So there is a file name like say sample.jpg. so whenever I upload the sample.jpg, the server does not check for whether the file is already present on the server or not. It just replaces the contents of our file with the already existing file. So it does not make even like sample brackets 2.jpg just like Windows does. So that may lead to overwriting the existing files. So to demonstrate this, let's go to this subdomain override.upload_once.thm. So copy this, type HTTP. So now file overwriting, select a file and upload. So press Ctrl U here and you can see there is already a image called mountains.jpg. So if you open this one, it's the same image the background have. Okay, so if you go to the delete the mountains and you can see directory listing. So the directory listing has been forbidden for us. So this mountains.jpg. So let's go and upload the mountains.jpg. So that should not be we don't worry about the contents inside the mountains.jpg. So what we can do is we can simply create the mountains.jpg. So it's an empty file, so there is no contents of this file. So let's go and upload this select file. So select the mountains.jpg and now click on upload, and you can see upon uploading file has been overwritten. So the server is checking for the size of the original mountains.jpg. If the size has been changed, then it's giving the flag. So copy this flag and this is our first answer. So what is the name of the image file which can be overwritten? That is mountains.jpg, and after overwriting with a fake our own mountains.jpg, we have the thm flag. So let's do this with the Python. Alright, let's enter this. Okay, now what we are going to do is let's capture the request. select the proxy to burp and select the file, and now we are going to select our empty mountains.jpg. So click on upload, and you can see the request here, post request to slash. So it's posting to the normal slash directory. It's not posting any other to uploads or something. And you can see the content is here we have the two forms. So one is the file upload. We need to, the name is file to upload. So copy this one, we will be using this name here. And also another one is the data, name is equal to submit, and the value of the submit is upload. Okay, so we have the two things to upload. One is the file upload, another one is data. So we need to pass the data. So let's go and create a Python file. Let's import requests and also import OS. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a new file, right? So touch temp mountains.jpg. So we are creating the fake mountains.jpg file, and URL is, so copy this URL, put the HTTP, r is equals to request.post of URL. So what we are going to post is, first one is data. So the data belongs only this one. We can send the file with another parameter. So we will be seeing this later. First let's build this data, name submit, and upload is upload. Name and its value is name is submit and the value is upload. My bad. Submit, upload. So make sure you have the correct casing here, capital U and small s. And now we are going to create the files. So we need to send it over the JSON format. So here we need to put the name. So this will be, if you press Ctrl U, so this is the name. So you can see the input tag name is the file to upload. So at this point, if you send with this name, so it will gets uploaded. So file to upload, copy this one and file to upload, and here you can describe three parameters. So these three parameters are file name and the opening the file and the content type. So first one is the file name. So you want to upload a file and what name it should upload. So that is mountains.jpg. And now we are going to open this file. Okay. Open this file in read binary mode. So I will put the enter, I will hit enter here so that you will get a good understanding about this. Okay, first one is the file name you want to upload, and the second one is actual content of the file, that is mountains.jpg, and the next one is the data type. So the data type is image/jpg. Alright, so this is our files JSON and the data JSON. So all you need to do is files is equals to files and data is equals to data. So upon that, so you can print the r.text. So I think this should good to go. So intercept off. So the proxy, the burp suite is running on localhost 8080. So what we can do is I'm just creating the proxy HTTP and the value is the local host. Okay, 127.0.0.1.80.80. So this is the proxy. If you want to send the data through the proxy, so you can define proxies is equals to proxy. So what we are doing is we are sending the post request and it will be intercepted by our burp suite. So let's go and execute the file. I'm sorry, my mistake. And you can see the data has been intercepted by the burp suite. Now you can click on intercept off and you can see the result. So well done, the file, your flag is THM. So you can grep for THM. So now you will get the actual flag. So okay, this is our first task. So the second task is remote code execution. So here what they are telling is there is already a file. So instead of JPG file name, what I want to do is I can upload the PHP file. So PHP is a backend. So you can have the backend servers in PHP, Python, Node.js and Ruby, etc. So if instead of images, if there is no filtering about the extensions, then you can execute the code. So go to this shell.upload once.thm. So copy this. So execution, now we need to select the file, right? So select the file. So what we're going to do is let's create the pond.php. So this is simple command execution. Now what we're going to do is select the file, and choose the pond.php. So now click on upload and you can see file has been uploaded successfully. I don't know where the file has been uploaded, so copy this one, copy this, and let's use the GoBuster against this. GoBuster, specify the URL and W the word list. So I'm using the directory listing 23 is small and threads is 20 and resources. So let's go and check the resources, and also we have the assets, right? Let's go resources and pond.php. So there is our file, and you can put cmd is equals to who am I. So you need to put the http who am I. Now you get the data. So what they are asking is get the flag in the var www directory. So first let's see the contents of this ls var www. Now we have the flag.txt and html folder. So cat var www flag.txt, and you can see there is our flag. Now what we're going to do is we are going to upload using the Python. So the same thing, all you need to do is change this domain, subdomain, to shell.upload once.thm. So I will show you this website is, so you can see the same input field, the name is file to upload. So the same input field, so this input field does not change, the name does not change, entire room. So it's like a single web server hosting multiple applications in multiple subdomains. So it will be very easy part. If you are using another website, you need to fetch this name, input name, and then replace it with this new name. So for now the name is same in all subdomains. So file to upload, and we are going to change this. So instead of pond.php, let me make a copy of this, so that we will make sure that our Python script is uploading a different file name, cp pond.php pond2.php. So pond2.php, and the file type is, if you want to upload the PHP files, you can say application xphp. So you can see the content types. You can Google for the PHP content type and image content type, etc. So I think we are good to go. So let's run this. Oh my bad. And you can see the file has been uploaded successfully. So after uploading, where did we go? So we went for resources, right? So resources / the file name. So we are going to do that. R is equals to request.getOff URL plus / resources / pond2.php question marks command is equals to cat where www flag.txt. So I'm instead of you can also put the reversal here, but I'm just executing the command and I'm getting the directory flag, and we are going to print the response. Okay, let's refresh this. Mountains.jpg. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not change the file name. So you need to change the file name, otherwise the file name you enter here will be named as that file. And you can see we got the flag. So that is the second task. Here there is no filter. Here there is no filter among the file extensions, and you can use the vaporizer extension, and you can see here the programming languages used by the website are PHP. And the next one is filtering. So we are facing some filters. So the first one is client side filtering. So the web browser contains the JavaScript. So JavaScript executes on the client side browser. So there will be some filtering. So when you choose the select file, and if there is any PHP extension, it will directly discard that. So okay, let's deal with that also. So let's go to the subdomain. Where is this one? So java.upload_once.thm. So copy this. Now let's go to that. Now we need to put the HTTP. Okay, now if you press Ctrl U, you will get all the source code. In that source code you will have the JavaScript files, script, first word, client side filter. So you can open this one and you can see the code.
Oh, what is this?
It's TryHackMe room file upload vulnerability.
Okay. What?
File upload vulnerability. The room name is upload vulnerabilities.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to make websites?
I did not understand.
Do you know how to make a web pages website?
I know basic HTML, CSS, and a little bit of Python, Django. That's it. I don't know web development.
So you don't know how to draw websites?
Yes.
Okay.
So here we have the filtering. So the file type not is equals to image or PNG, then it is setting the value to the null. So whatever you file upload, it is setting to the null. So what we're going to do is we can intercept the request. So refresh this page. So now you can right click on this and click on do intercept response to this request. So the response will be sent to this burp and the burp will capture here. So you can edit and you can send to browser. Okay, now right click on this and do intercept the response to this request. Now click on forward. The response will be intercepted here and it will not be sent to the browser. So forward, and you can see this is the request. And here you can see the script client side filter.js. So what we're going to do is you can just delete this one. So delete this and now click on forward and now press Ctrl U. Still there is JS. So let's select the file and let's upload again pond.php. Click on upload. Intercept off. So you can see now file successfully uploaded. We don't know where the file is. Again we need to brute force it. So images, let's go and check for images. And you can see there is images. So we got the command execution. Now let's go and do with this Python. So this is very easy with the Python because you are directly sending the post request. So if you send the get request, then the JavaScript will be loaded and it will not even execute because it's not a browser. So it's easy to send the file with the Python, even with the tools that work with the uploads like the curl, postman, etc. So copy this and file upload is pond2.php. So we are uploading the pond2 to this java.upload_once.thm. So the same here. So instead of resources, select the images. Now I think we are good to go. You can stop the brute force here and you can see the flag here. So you can also go and verify here cat var w and flag.txt. So that is the client side filtering. JavaScript have some filters and you cannot upload because the filter has been restricted your content. So this is the client side bypass. Just capture into the burp suite and delete the JavaScript that is having this filter. So that is about the client side bypass. Now let's see server side file extensions. So here we have the two things, that is the whitelisting and blacklisting. Whitelisting means only accept these set of extensions and block everything other than those extensions. That is the whitelisting. So if I say whitelisting a JPG, the website accepts only the JPG extension. It will never accept any other than extension. Suppose if I say blacklisting JPG, so accept this one, the server accepts everything. So that is the difference between whitelisting and blacklisting. Here there are multiple ways to upload our PHP file. One is jpg.php, another we can do is PHP file. So what you can do is cp pon2.php pon2.php file. So you can also Google for bypassing file extensions. You will get a lot of solutions, and you can try each one and you can see which extension bypasses your current website. So the subdomain is nx.uploadonce.thm. HTTP. So here what we need to do is this is like a simple command line. You can type help and there are three commands: selecting a file, and uploading. So if you hit the select, and here you will select the file. Now what we are going to do is we are uploading pon2.php file, right? So now you need to enter the upload, hit enter. Now it says file uploaded successfully. Again, we don't know in this subdomain where the file has been stored. Need to brute force again. And you can see that is the privacy. So let's go, and you can see there is a random action. I think it's like a timestamp. And you can see we got the code execution. So it is similar to other. All you need to do is change this one and change the file name to pon2.php 5. So let's stop this brute force and now execute this one. And here it says you do not get anything because we need to enter the command there. And if you refresh this one, and you can see there is another file uploaded at different timestamps. So that is recently 1250. So that is the extension filtering. Another one is magic numbers. So every file have the magic numbers. So the magic numbers are the first few bytes that represent the file name. So here they have given a link. So here you can see different hexadecimal magic numbers, and if the file starts with these bytes, and you can specify this one as RPM, so pcap. And now you have so many GIF, so GIF extensions. If the content is this one starting, and it will identify as a GIF. So here what we are going to do is, there is some filter, and now let's go to that magic.upload_once.thm. Copy this. So select the file, let's select the pond.php and select upload, and you can see it says GIFs only please. So let's go to the previous list and search for GIF. So the GIF magic number is this one. So you can copy this one. All you need to do is edit the starting lines. So paste the ASCII content here, save this. Now let's try to upload the file again, and if there are any further filters, then we will deal with those filters. So let's try this pond.php and click on upload, and you can see file successfully uploaded. So again, I don't know where the file has been stored. Let's brute force. Graphics assets. So let's try these two. Graphics. Okay, maybe assets. Maybe let's go directly pond.php. Let's try for graphics and then pond.php. So now, okay, in this there is no directory listing, so we have been forbidden, but to the file we have the access because we are the ones who uploaded it. And you can see code execution. We can stop this. So here what you need to change is, you can just change this one, pond2.php. You need to edit that one too. So add the header of the GIF, copy this, paste here, save this. So the subdomain is magic. So in order to change anything, because the website all the subdomains have the same input name, file to upload, files, data, proxies is proxy, and everything seems fine. So after sending the file, what you need to do is go to the graphics, the pond2.php, getting the flag. So upon running, we should receive the flag. And you can see we got the flag. So that is the answer to this question. So they gave this example methodology here. So first we need to identify which backend programming language the server is using, and then finding the upload points and finding which type of the files the server is accepting, and then uploading with the magic bytes. So there is a challenge here, that is the java.upload_once.thm. So copy this. And you can see how we got a nice image of gem. So this is a combination of all the techniques we have learned so far. So I think there should be some client-side filtering. Press Ctrl U, and you can see if you go to upload.js, and there is the filtering. Check file size, and file size is like 1024 bytes, 1 KB, 8 KB, like 4096 or 4 MB, I think so. Anyway, so the file size should be less than 4 MB, and magic number, and you can see the magic number should be y. I don't know what this one, so copy this and search here, and you can see here the file type is JPG, so the website accepts only JPG files, and the file extension is so name splitting using the dot. So the name you send like pond.php, and it will split and selecting the second element. So that is, if your and if your file name is sample.jpg, so it will split according to this dot, and the first element will be sample, second element will be JPG. Since array starts with 0, we are choosing the second element, that is this one. If this not is equals to JPG and not is equals to JPEG, then there is a filtering. So what we can do is we can upload only JPG or JPEG in this format. I think this should work, right? Sample.jpg.php. So there is only filtering for this one. There is no filter for number of dots. So even you can add like this. So there is no filtering for that. So we are going to escape this restrictions. Now intercept on, we are going to remove this JavaScript file here. So the refresh again, and now right click, intercepting the response, forward, and you can see 304 not modified. So that means let's copy this one, and if you go to Google, so modified response code indicates that requested resource has not been modified since the previous transmission. So that means there is no need to retransmit the newly requested resource to the client. So the client can use the cached version in the browser. So that means this has been cached in our browser. So to remove that one, you need to go to the settings, type cache, and click on clear data. Clear now. Now what you want to do is intercept on, refresh this. Now again intercept response, forward, and now you can see this is actually sending the data without saying that use the cached version. Now what we are going to do is we are going to intercept all these JavaScript files. To intercept each of these files, all you need to do is go to options, and what you need to do is untick this one. So by default, basically Burp Suite automatically fetches all these JavaScript files. So that is this this type of matching. So you can see all these files, PNG files, JPG files. If the browser wants to fetch that, you directly fetch that, don't need to intercept. So that is enabled by default. Untick this one. Now forward this one. Now you can see it is asking for all the CSS files, right? Now click on forward until you get the upload.js. Now forward, and you can see upload.js. So in this we have the filterings. Right click on this, again do intercept response to this request. Now click on forward again, forward. After all the request you will get the response, right? Forward, and you can see this is the response. So delete only this one. So delete only this, and now click on forward. So now I think we can upload without any restrictions in the JavaScript side. So okay, now let's select any image. So maybe let's rename this pond.php to pond.jpg, cat pond.jpg. Let's remove this, we don't need the GIF magic bytes. So now let's select this and pond.jpg, and you can see file successfully uploaded. Alright, we don't know again the location of our uploaded file. Let's brute force again. So the subdomain is Jewel. Content modules admin. So admin, that one look interesting. Admin and content, page not found. Top secret, use this form to activate modules from the modules directory. Now we don't know what it is using, so let's choose this, and you can see it's using the Node.js as a backend. So our PHP does not work. So let's go to Node.js reversal, Google like this, and you can see payload other things. So in this, select this Node.js and nano, let's say pond.js.jpg. Now paste this. So this is the reversal, so you need to change the IP address and the port number. Let's say 1234. So that is my 10.0 adapter address. So now our JPG file has been ready. Let's upload that file, pond.js.jpg, and now you can see successfully uploaded. Now let's go to content, and here they have given some task file. Let me show you that. So these are the directories. So we need to brute force, I think it's file name extensions, like upload one wordlist.txt. So that means whatever the file name you have been uploaded, it is choosing the random file name like AAA BBB CCC dot extension. So we need to brute force this one. So first directory we have is content. So in this content, let's type AAA dot JPG. HTTP. So page not found, so we need to brute force this one. Let's use the GoBuster. So instead of this small.txt, point to the file you have downloaded. And then you need to put the module you need to activate, like it's like executing, I think so. Okay, we have did something wrong, that is we did not specify the extensions. So which extension we have uploaded? JPG. and you can see abh.jpg. So let's copy this. Okay, this is the image from these wallpapers. So can.jpg. So I think this is our file. So let's copy the can.jpg. So we need to activate this. Go to the content back directory, and here we have the can.jpg. We did not get any, so module does not exist. So I think this is the previous image that we have uploaded. Let's wait for other files. I forgot to tell you one thing. I did not change the file content type. So let's choose again pond.js.jpg. I think correct only, so don't worry about that. And we have another file lkq.jpg. This is also wallpaper. And there is sad.jpg. So this is also wallpaper. shp.jpg. Copy this. I think this should do. I think we got the shell. So you can see we got the shell. Who am I? Cat var w flag.txt. So the file name has been changed, and we have found this using the brute forcing. So okay, that's all for this video. Using the Python, it did not work out. Okay, I will show you. So this is the let's okay, so I have built this JSON name type file, but at this file type I don't know what it's using. Like it's using the data image JPEG, and it's encrypting the content in the base64. So it did not work out for me. I think you give it a try. Guys. Once put this as a string and then encode the contents of the Node.js reverse shell and put the basic schema and try to upload.